How you doing, guys? It's Danny K. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Without further ado, let's get into topics today. Let's check back 6 months from now. Let's check back 6 months from now. I know it's a new year. Everybody's excited. Everybody's like, okay, now I'm going to start my goal. Brand new chapter. And I always say, we'll see 6 months from now. We'll see 6 months from now. When I used to train, when I used to really go to the gym, I used to see a lot of people in the beginning of January, February in the gym. A lot of people, not even gym, just in total, the school. I see everybody, the first month, they carried on with that energy wave of that new year. They carried on with that energy wave as a new year, new me. And I realized it's not really what you do on January 1st. Let me see what you did December. Let me see what you did the previous year, the 2 months of the previous year. And if you really change, let me see what place you're going to be at 6 months from now. Let me do a check-in. Let me do a 6 month check-in. Let me do a 6 month check-in. 6 months into 2023, are you attacking your goals? Although it might not come to fruition, although you may not see the results of your work or of your labor, let me see 6 months out. Let me see where you at 6 months from now. Let me see where you at 6 months from now. Because that's really going to show me if you've really been putting in the work. That's really going to show me what you've been doing. And 6 months now, you're still getting at it. You're still going at it. You may receive result, you may not see result. That's when I could tell this person is serious. That's when I could tell this person is serious. Because a lot of people, some people is not in them. It's not in some people to change. It is not in some people to change. A lot of people want to talk about, oh, a new year, new me. Sometimes it's just not in you to change. Like when I used to train people, and that's why I didn't really like training. I was like, I don't like training because people are not serious. There's some people who say they want it, but they really don't want it. Or they want it, but they're not willing to pay the price. They're not willing to sacrifice for what they really want. And this goes with other aspects of life. Financial, physical, spiritual, mental. If you want to get your finances right, there's some things you need to do. Sometimes you're going to have to work a lot of hours. Sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice sometimes. It's a lot of things you have to do in order to achieve your financial goals. And sometimes you could be doing things and you may not see results of what you're doing until 3, 4, 5 years from now. That's the truth. That's the truth. But I realize a lot of people don't want to put in that work. A lot of people are not built for that. A lot of people don't have that do or die mindset. And as a person, you need to have that do or die mindset. That mindset is, I need to get this done. I need to get this finished. I want to be the most competent person I could be. And in my journey, that's my journey right now. Let me be the most competent man I could be. Let me not fail from little errors. You seen the Andrew Tate, how he got just that little thing, the pizza box. Oh, we're going to get him. Although I think that they already knew where he was at. But like, we could go get him. We could get him now. He's in Romania. We seen the pizza box. That little thing, that little detail that most people won't really look into, people going to look into. Sometimes when you fail a test or you fail something just by the chin, it's just one little mistake that you did. If you did math, probably just one little thing. You probably didn't do PEMDAS right. Or you probably you're supposed to have done this equation before you done this equation. And just that little mistake, just by adding a number, it was a 6, but you put probably an 8. Or it was a 4 and you probably messed it up. And just that one error makes you fail. That one mistake makes you fail the test, makes you fail whatever you want to accomplish. Because you were not competent enough. And that's the truth. When you fail, it's look, I was not competent enough. Let me go right back to the drawing board and do it again. Now that's the difference. That's the difference between a winner and a loser. If you're willing to go back and do it again. That's the difference between someone who's incompetent and competent. You're willing to go back. And that correlates into this new year. It's a new year. But are you going to be doing the results? Are you going to be doing what you're doing 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now? Just because it's just a day. It's just a day to add to your profile, to add to your paperwork. It's just another day. But you have the mindset, okay, I'm trying to change it. Most of the time, you're not really serious because you're not built like that. You don't have the mentality like that. You don't have a goal to be the best version of yourself you could be. You're not going to accomplish anything. And I'm going to make this video short because I have to go to work. So that's just the essence of this video, ladies and gentlemen. We'll check 6 months from now where you at. We'll check a year from now, 2 years from now. Are you willing to give up? Probably have a goal this year. I had goals last year that I only accomplished, I had 10 goals. I only accomplished 2, 3 of them. So now those goals turn over to this year. And I'm going to keep going till I accomplish those goals. I'm going to keep going till I finish all those goals. It might be next year, it might be 2 years from now. I'm going to keep going till I accomplish those goals. And that should be the mindset. That should be the mindset. As a person, you have to build yourself. You have to build yourself from the ground up. Build yourself. Focus on the fundamentals. Get it going. Just because of the new year, it doesn't matter. If you say you want to be fit, it doesn't matter. Every year you should be getting fit. Every month you should be getting fit. Every day you should be doing something that's going to help your health. If you want to get money, every day you should be doing something that's going to help you to that goal. Every day. Because trust and believe me, there's sharks out there. Me, I'm not even the biggest shark. There's things I need to work on myself on. But I see people who are sharks out there. I see people who really going after it out there. They're over here working. They're over here getting it every day. And they're coming after you. This is a good quote. This is a good quote I heard. I forgot who said it. But it's a war zone over here. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. It's you going against the other person. It's not just peachy and lemons and flowers. You're going after somebody else. If I want to pick up extra hours at my job, guess what? Somebody's going to lose hours. If I want to learn this skill, guess what? I'm taking somebody's job. I'm taking somebody's spot. I'm taking somebody's spot. So just remember that people out there, there's sharks out there. They say, new year, new me. There are people out there who've been doing this for 2 years, 10 years, 12 years, a whole lifetime they've been working on whatever they're working on. And you want to go out there and hop in their industry, hop in what they want to do, and you think you're going to succeed, and you just saying new year, new me, when they've been doing it for years in? There are people who will rip your head off. And I'm not talking about literally rip your head off, but metaphorically speaking, they'll rip your head off because they just going at it. They have a Michael Jordan mentality. They have a Tom Brady mentality. Oh, 5:30, I'm there. The first person in, the last person leaving. Are you willing to really dedicate that type of tenacity, that type of mentality on what you want in life? And that's something I've had to ask myself. I'm like, am I willing to dictate? Am I willing to put that certain amount of time and energy in order to be great? Am I willing to do that? Because it's not going to be fun. There's going to be days I don't want to do it. Am I willing to come at it? Am I willing to be a competent man? Am I willing to go at it every day? Am I willing to be resilient? Am I willing to have grit? Because that separates the wheat from the chaff. That separates the wheat from the chaff. Just because of a new year does not mean you should change the things you've been doing if they're working. So if you've been working and you say, oh, it's a new year, let me try. No, continue doing what you're doing. Do what works. It's just another day. It's just another day. You can thank the Most High you have another year to live. But it's just another day. If you're going at it every day, things should not change. Okay, it's a new year. Let me lean back and relax. Or let me just try to do. No, if something is working, continue with that progress. Because sometimes, I said again before, I had a list of 10 goals, 10, 12 goals I wanted to do I had last year. I only accomplished 3 of those goals. So those goals transferred to this year. I'm not going to switch up because I didn't accomplish. I need to be competent. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to go do it. I need to be a competent individual. And in this world, incompetence pays horrible. If you're incompetent, it just affects you in a negative way. Being incompetent affects you in a negative way. I remember I had a test. I was getting my CDL, and I failed the road test by just doing one little mistake, and I was a fail. Just one little mistake. But I did also when I was, as I said again, when I did mathematics, when I was in math class, I failed a problem just about one little thing. In school and chemistry and life, there's just one thing you could do. You forget to warm up, and then now you tore a muscle just because you forgot to do one thing. You think that seems minute. The thing that seems it don't really matter. You forgot to do it, and now you're suffering the consequences thereof because you want to be incompetent. So this a year, guys, a new year. I just want you guys to keep getting it. I want you guys to go and accomplish your goals. But not in the way of, oh, it's a new year, but in the way of, okay, I have more time. I have another day to accomplish my goals. Let me finish it. Let me smash it. Let me be competent. Let me finish what I started. So that's why I say we'll check up. We do the checkup 6 months from now. 6 months from now, are you still doing what you're doing? You say you want to be fit. 6 months from now, are you still working on being fit? You want to work on your finances. 6 months from now, are you still working on your finances? 2 years from now, are you still working on it? 3 years from now, are you still working on it? When we get a close connection with God, 6 months in, are you still working on that? A year in, are you still working that? 2 years in, are you still working on that? Because a lot of times, and this is a sad reality, it might take you 12, 10 years, it might take a lifetime to accomplish a goal. But are you willing to still do that? Are you willing to have that do or die mentality? If you're willing to have a do or die mentality, comment down below. Comment below what you want to accomplish in life. A worthwhile idea. That's what Earl Nightingale said. Success is the pursuit of a worthwhile ideal. So comment down below what you want to do. Comment down below what you want to be. And it might not be this year. You might have goals. I'm not saying don't have goals for a year. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that there's some goals that will take years to accomplish. And are you willing to wait that time period to accomplish that? You might want to accomplish some money goals. You might want to have $100,000 in the bank. You might want to be a millionaire. I'm not saying it's impossible to have it in a year, but most likely it might take you 3, 4, 5, 10 years to accomplish. Are you willing to dedicate that time to accomplish that? It might take you just a month, 2, 3 months to be fit. It might take you 6 months, a year to really get that body you want. Are you willing to dedicate that time? Are you willing to sacrifice that time? Are you willing to be competent to accomplish that goal? Are you willing to go after it every day? It's Danny K. Comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about in the comments. Tell me what you think about the video in the comments section below. Comment, like, subscribe. If you have any questions, hit me the link down below. I have the Alpha Strong. I need to put the links. How to be stronger for men. It's a program that really helped me become stronger, helped me lose weight, and have time to do other things. A lot of times I see people, they just working out, lifting, which I was doing. I was not even really seeing that much results. But when I started doing a 3-4 day split, with this workout, the How to Be Strong is a 3-day split, I had time to do my martial arts. I had time to do other things. Bicycling, whatever hobby you have. Because real life is, if you work just lifting, unless you want to be a bodybuilder, that's some exception. But if you just lifting, just hitting the gym, lifting. Not saying there's nothing bad about that, but you're not being a well-rounded, not only athlete, but well-rounded individual. But if you're lifting and you're doing boxing on your off days, you become a well-rounded individual. If you're lifting, you're doing jiu-jitsu, you're lifting and you're doing bachata, whatever, you're doing something outside of just lifting, you become a well-rounded individual. And especially for men, I really do encourage you to pick up a martial arts. I was doing Taekwondo. I plan on doing boxing when I have more time, but pick up a martial arts. If you don't have martial arts, we in YouTube University, learn some boxing, learn some different tricks, shadow boxing or whatnot, so you could work on that aspect. Let me see, yeah, it's time for me to leave. It's Danny K. Comment, like, subscribe, out.